In my life, I'm the center of the universe, and in your life, you are the center of the universe. And I want to ask you, who is more real? It is odd that everybody thinks they are the center of the universe when we know for a fact that it can't be the case. This is why identity is such a core concept in Buddhism, spirituality, in old religious texts. Like whenever you enter a spiritual domain, identity is at the core. Because identity is what we are or what we think we mean when we say I or myself. But what could it possibly mean that stays consistent over time? Just even in our lifetime, everything about us changes. The personality develops, even every atom that we are made of. We are just a collection of a bunch of stories that we tell ourselves or that other people tell about us. And over time, these stories always change. Some we integrate, some we forget. Actually, most we forget. The person that we were 5, 10, 15 years ago becomes very hard to grasp. Even friendships maybe that you had that were very important to you at one point of a time, now it is very hard to barely remember anything about them. The experience, the quality of how it was to be in that place is not there anymore. You can make snapshots of constructions of old memories and you might get some sense of melancholy, happiness or sadness of the time that has passed. But it never replicates the real thing. It is always lost in the past. This is what nostalgia feels like. Just like a little glimpse of how it used to be. But it is also an illusion because we didn't feel that feeling of nostalgia when we were at this time. Identity is such a core concept because it means how you relate to yourself and others. One of the best things I have done for myself is to realize that I am just playing a character. Marco is somebody that happens to be like I am. I didn't choose my skin color, I didn't choose how I look, didn't choose how I talk, my parents, my brain, my mind, what interests me, what doesn't interest me. There's nothing I've actually chosen. It kinda happens. I am who I am because the universe made me like this. And you are who you are because the universe made you like this. And somehow you ended up on this video and are watching this random dude talk about some spiritual stuff. It's like everything is made out of luck, randomness, and we are trying to sort each other out between order and chaos. When your sense of identity is more fluid, you feel much happier in life. You feel that you are allowed to be spontaneous, childish, and just do random stuff that maybe other people might judge you for, but you don't care. You do it because you want to play. You want to have fun. Says the scissor to the pen. Hi pen, what are you gonna write about? I'm not gonna write about jack shit because you're just gonna cut it in half. I haven't cut anything in half since forever. It was an attempt to be silly. You are free to be whatever you want as long as you accept who you are. Wow, you The less you are stuck in your identity, the more free you feel about life. You sense that you can do whatever you want because actually nothing is tying you in one place. Depression often is a consequence of a hyper-obsession about the self. You have a self-image of you that you're just overthinking. And this overthinking creates a lot of dissonance, a lot of uncomfortable sensations throughout your entire conscious field, your conscious experience. And when you let go of all of these poking within how you are and you just allow yourself to be how just the universe made you to be, then it is much easier to just accept and love yourself and move forward with the self-appreciation. And then you focus externally. Instead of being obsessed about yourself, you're more interested in all your other senses, in your vision, in what other people are doing. You just become more immersed in the experience of reality. It is not about you anymore, but about everything else. And in a paradoxical way, everything else becomes who you are. This is where attraction is also built with another person. When you can talk to somebody and are not worried about how you look or appear, but you just genuinely care for them and listen and look into their eyes. This is where trust and connection is built, and it is very gratifying. You just are how you are and you let other people reflect that. If you enjoyed this spiritual talk session, then please leave a like and follow me if you want more. And don't overthink.